Maru, you're freaking hilarious. Maru's like, I'm here, I'm here. me and you are here. I missed you guys so much. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do my next feed earlier. I had so much fun earlier. How about you guys? Debbie, Terror Bear, thank you for being members. Hi, y'all. I was like, I missed you guys, so I started earlier. You never know what might happen. Ah. Oh my goodness. Have you guys seen all these face acne that we're getting, people are getting? Well, I actually have not been getting it because I'm pretty good about my hygiene and my masks. Have you guys seen some of these images though? These face acne images, what they're happening, especially if you have to wear them all day. Come on in, cozy in, hit the like button, share, and let's just quickly talk, and not too long, but just quickly talk, you know. Let's have a dinner conversation about face masks and their cleanliness. Hello, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Be sure to tap the like button and let me know you're happy that I'm here discussing this face mask issue with you. I'm laughing because this is crazy how bad some of the faces have been like. And this photo of my face. Oh my gosh. Hey everyone, thanks for joining us here at My Favorite Groomer. We have sold a lot of face masks, especially due to COVID-19, but we have been selling face masks and hand making them here in the United States by Miss Betty, and some of them made by me, for quite a while. Many years, to be honest with you. So if you've ordered a face mask and you love your face mask, please mention it in the feed. I actually have a promo code right now just for today for face mask, 20% off anything in the face mask listing. The promo code is MyMask. Use that promo code at myfavoritegroomer.com for any listing in the face mask area. I really want everyone to actually have at least 2 face masks. Why? One in the wash, one in the wash and dry, one ready. One in the wash and dry, one ready. I don't know about y'all, my face masks are still hanging in there after years of use. So if you're really rough on your face masks, maybe you're drying them. I like to hang dry my face masks. Thank you all. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love these face masks. We actually did, there was a small time in COVID-19 where we made them really cheap, and we only did one bundle of them like that. They were like one layer. Those we did not love, but we realized we didn't want to go cheap. Forcing Betty to sew cheap means low quality, lower price. So there are a few face masks out there that we are like, no, we don't want to make those anymore. We would rather not sell cheap than to sell any at all. So we did not want to sell cheap stuff. But so many people had written to me that they could not afford a mask, or they couldn't do, so we made some that were, you could buy a lot. We weren't really happy. Like many of the products, if I don't use it, I don't want to sell it. So we'll try something, and if we don't love it, we don't keep it. And that goes with tools too. But majority of y'all out there that got, a decent priced mask, a nicely made, USA made mask, the quality of it is really, really good. Double sewn, double stitching, inside out. The elastic you cannot find. I promise you, don't look. Just ask me. I'm not going to tell you either because I had to search my life for it. But soft elastic, goes behind the ears, doesn't fold your ears forward. Face masks that fold your ears forward are not made for your face. I mean, they're not equipped with enough elastic, or the wrong, strong, thick, hard hurtful elastic. So really pay attention to what you're wearing and how you're wearing it. But I really wanted to come on here and show you and tell you, what are we doing with our masks? Are we not cleaning them? Are we unable to clean them? And if you are, here's some tips. Are you washing your mask daily? I can tell you I'm actually not, but there's some other things that I'm doing that keep my mask really clean. And what are you doing, and why aren't you washing your mask daily? And are you not even having to wear your mask daily? Maybe that's why you don't have to wash your mask daily. Anyways, wash your masks daily. I know. You get home, you're a little lazy like me, and you're tired or whatever's going on. Try to wash your masks. If you're not washing your mask, you're going to come down with what is known as this acne. I'm just making that up. I don't even know if it's out there yet, but you will have some mask acne called acne. How many of y'all are suffering from any of that right now? Mask, dirty. I'm not. But the photo shows some serious acne that a mask can cause. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, you may not fall into this category, but some folks are there's all these stories about them for some reason. Here's one story. I'm going to read it to you. Tuyen Nguyen. I can't believe that. What kind of industry are you in? So my fear, right, is that it's really hard to get some masks, especially the disposable ones. But if you can imagine an industry that has to throw away a mask, say, every patient, or a mask every 4 hours, that is a lot of mask usage, isn't it? It's so wasteful. But is it necessary? And that's why when we had heard about our nurses and hospitals and surgeons that are wearing these masks for days because they didn't have the capability of changing them out. How else can you keep your mask clean? Can you keep your mask clean? Doll Baby missed you. Doll Baby says, I stay home. So here's a couple things, okay? I know that we've already talked about this, but it's been a while and months have passed. And so we have forgotten a little bit about our masks. And we never did talk about mask cleanliness, but I'll tell you a little bit about how I keep my mask clean. Not only do I have a lot of masks rotating at any one time, but I keep my mask washed and clean. And I do not dry my mask in the dryer. I hang dry my mask. So here in Texas, you could literally wash your mask right now and hang it outside. And in about 30 minutes outside, it'll probably be crisp dry. And the sunlight seems to be doing some really great things with killing bacteria on our masks. And that's great if you want to throw them on top of your dash. But that's still not washing your mask. So don't forget to truly wash your masks. One of the ways that I personally feel like I keep my masks pretty clean is I use an insert in them. So remember when we first started selling masks and all those little fun little videos we were doing, and I had the panty liner? My panty liner. Okay, put a panty liner in your mask. And guess what? All that from your face and this and that on the oils on your face rubbing, change out your panty liner more often than you wash your mask, right? Links are in the video description. If you need a link, you can click on that and shop through that. That's a referral way. And then also I sell them as an upgrade in your mask when you buy a mask online at myfavoritegroomer.com. You can upgrade and add the panty liner in there. So why? Because we learned that Hawaii even sold out of panty liners because folks over there are smarter than we are over here, and they were putting panty liners in every mask that they were wearing. I think that's pretty smart. I have accidentally washed the dang panty liner, and then you will know and see how it absorbs the water. If it absorbs water, I mean, it's a panty liner, isn't it? If it absorbs water like that, it surely is absorbing dirt, debris, grossness, and preventing it from actually going to the other side and through my mask. Dude, put a panty liner in your mask. Thank you for your donation. Thank you for your donation. Thank you for your donation. Mary H to my favorite groomer. Woohoo! Thank you, Mary H, for your donation. Please contribute to the channel if you are happy. We love those donations. They keep us going. Maru says, I haven't needed to even use mine, yet trying to avoid leaving the house as much as I can. Do you wear a cloth mask with a filter? No, I don't. I don't wear a mask with a filter. I wear the fabric masks that we have made, and then I put a panty liner in my masks. I have a brand new granddaughter, 6 days old, and just got to meet her today. First girl in 34 years of our family. Ooh, congratulations. That's awesome. Okay, so panty liner is the first combat that I use to keep my mask pretty clean. Okay, panty liners help. If you don't have a panty liner, it's not necessary, but do wash your mask. The next thing I like to use is Onguard, and I sell all this at myfavoritegroomer.com. And just so you know, use promo code MyMask at myfavoritegroomer.com for 20% off today for anything under our mask listings. Anything on the mask page, under the groomer mask page, will qualify. That includes your actual face shields. I learned the panty liner thing from Betty. Betty learned it from her family in Hawaii. And I said, I'm buying some panty liners to let people know that you can do it too. If you happen to wash your panty liner, you are going to learn that that panty liner is really going to absorb bacteria, dirt, whatever you're breathing. It is really going to keep it in there. And that's the only way I can say, fill it up with water, fill that panty liner up with water, and you will see like, wow. When I took it out of the dryer, I was like, dang, and I washed it with it on my mask. And look, it retains everything that it goes in it. Now, I'm not going to say it's 100% because nothing in life is 100%. But I believe that this is really going to, if I'm breathing something out, is really going to absorb it right into this panty liner. Now, the next thing I have on my website that I use, there's a couple ways that I use it. It's Onguard by doTERRA oil. And what I like to do, and I've been doing this for a long time to keep myself protected just from bacteria that I don't want in my body. This has been going on for years, much longer than COVID-19 has been around. The COVID-19 that we're dealing with now, not coronavirus, not corona in general, because that's been around a long time. But Onguard. Now, Onguard is a blend of essential oils that in this roller, which is on my website under doTERRA, I actually will roll this on my chin. And I rub it on the back of my hand. And then I rub it on my hands and then down my neck. And breathe it in. Now, I can't say 100% that is why I haven't gotten the flu. But I think I'm going on 8 years now that I have not gotten the flu. Knock on wood, because it's been 8 years I have not gotten the flu, and I have not also gotten the flu shot. Little things that I do for myself has made me feel that I know how to protect my body myself with things like essential oils directly from the earth. So if you have a roller bottle, the Onguard in a roller bottle. You can use a couple other things, but some of the other things out there that really can kill bacteria also might burn, like oregano. So unless you put it in a dilution of oil, like coconut oil, diluted coconut oil, any cooking oil, it will work. Unless you put it in that, you might feel it burn your skin because it's so strong. So you can take your roller and actually apply it to your panty liner, then put your panty liner on. This is stuff that I've done. At night, on a day that I might not feel 100% going to sleep, I feel like, I feel really tired. I feel my immune system's down. What I also do is I have a roller that I'll roll this Onguard on the bottom of my feet. Did you know that the bottom of your feet is the fastest way to absorb something into your body? Don't quote me on that, but it is a very fast way to get something absorbed into your body is the bottom of your feet. This Onguard here is a tester Onguard. If you've received one of these from me, this is how it works. So it took me a minute to figure it out. You open the bottle top, take your mask with the panty liner, one drop, straight onto that. Okay? One tap is one drop. That stuff smells so good. Let me see if I can read this here for you. The Onguard is a blend of fractionated coconut oil, citrus, which is wild orange, clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, rosemary. It's all mixed together. And if you have Onguard, truly it's real, like really from the earth. That's the key, is just to make sure it's really from the earth. If it says do not touch on your body, I mean, that should tell you that's not made with the earth. So they're sold in usually 15 milliliters. That's about this big. And under the Onguard listing, you actually can get the Onguard antiseptic spray. This is your hand sanitizer. And by the way, did you know, I was like, dude, I didn't know this, but I wouldn't do this. Me, this. It's set. Does it say right here? No, it must have been in an article I read. It says throw away after every use. So some industries have to throw these things away after one use. Now, I'm just using this stuff to go grocery shopping, to keep my own breath to myself as much as possible, but keep someone else's breath out of my line of breathing and out of my eyeball area. So what you can do, what I'm doing, you take your Onguard cleaner, which is a concentrate, and then you can dilute it down with water in your favorite spray bottle, which all this can be found on myfavoritegroomer.com if you want. Then you take your spray bottle and spray your facial shield and clean it daily or after each use. You and I, if we're, we're probably unlikely going to be in the medical field if you're watching my channel, unless you're just a viewer that is in the medical field. Y'all have your own, you guys are, this is why it's scary, right? Y'all tell me how scary it is that your medical staff doesn't have the appropriate needs and able to throw everything away after each use. Now, doesn't that get kind of scary when you think about it, that they don't have and can't get what they need? That really bothers me. But what I can't do anything for them. Like, I can't, it has to be what? That's why we were looking at each other like, you would rather have no face shield than to have a fabric face shield. Remember that? Remember when all that happened? You would rather have no face mask. Management was like, you can't wear that fabric face mask, but there's no face mask for you to wear at all. We're all out. I mean, that really upset me. Did it not upset some of y'all out there? Good night. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for watching. So I hope I'm sharing a little bit with you on how you should keep your face mask clean. Wash your face mask daily if you're using it often. If you can, have at least 2 face masks. I have an abundance. I like to have one in each of my cars. I like to have one at work that stays at work, the one that stays at home. And then when I rotate it, I need to make sure I bring it back to work, right? When I rotate it home to wash it, you need to make sure you have all that. Thanks a lot, Me and You Gaming, for getting me my thumbnails. I appreciate you. You're the best. Thanks. I tried to come on a little early to make sure I got everyone before bedtime, so I did pretty well. It looks like some people are already peeling off for bed, doggone it. Maybe everyone's at dinner too. Maybe people have already gone to sleep. Who knows? What time is it where you're at? Cassie's bedtime, Terror Bear's bedtime. Oh my goodness. Senior Fly Girl, thank you so much for getting face masks. Face diapers, yes, Red Rose, for real. So Carrie McManos that's so right. So I did a YouTube video quite a while ago on what to do when you get an oil in your eye. So here's that example again. So I'm driving, I'm going on a date. I'm pretty sure it was a date because there's no other reason for me to have put peppermint in my mouth to this extent. So don't ever try to add peppermint in your mouth while you're driving. Okay, so it wasn't while I was driving, but that did happen. So I put peppermint in my mouth and I'm dropping the peppermint in my mouth. Drop, right? Like a tap, Tap, tap. And I think I got a little bit extra. I got 4 or 5 drops in my mouth. It's strong stuff. And I was like, just know, bear through it. It will absorb. And then once it absorbs, it will go away. But it's getting through that. But in this instance, this peppermint jumped, one of the drops jumped right out of my mouth and into my eye. Now, let me tell you, when I first started using oils, I didn't realize how important it was to know your exit. But I do remember one thing that was explained to me. Oil does not mix with water. Okay, let's think about that. Oil and water do not mix. So if you ever chop up jalapenos and you get jalapeno oil from the actual jalapeno all over your fingers because you're chopping it up, and you itch your eye, and then you try to rinse your eye with water, oil does not mix with water. So I run to the kitchen. I've got peppermint. Well, I'm at the kitchen. I think I was doing the drops and I was like, boom, I just jumped in my eyeball. I'm screaming like in my head, like, oh my gosh, I got peppermint oil in my eyeball. I literally opened the cabinet and I grabbed the most clean oil I can grab, which happened to be olive oil. I scanned over the olive oil with garlic in it. And I grabbed the vegetable oil or whatever oil, right? Olive oil, clean. And I'm pouring it in my eye. A matter of seconds, like not even say, it was just immediately washed right out of my eye. If you are going to use water to wash oil, it is not going to work. If you've ever, and this is how I relate to it because I've worked with vehicles, and if you work with oil on your hands and oil on your car, you know that when you rinse it with water, it doesn't go anywhere. Have you ever seen that in your garage? You've got all this oil on the ground and you try to rinse it off with water. It's not going to go anywhere. So just know, oil does not mix with water. So water mixes with water, right? So water will wash water out. Dirty water. Water will wash water. And then, I know you don't believe me, but just put it in your head, okay? You'll use it someday, but just know, like things mix with like things. So water doesn't mix with oil. Water mixes with water. So oil needs oil to be washed. Water needs water to be washed away. So if you have a problem with oils, doTERRA oil, any kind of oil, peppermint, oregano, that's burning like crazy, you don't rinse it off with water. It won't go anywhere. It doesn't even move around. You need an agent to kick it, a degreaser, or you need itself. So when you're messing with oils, when you're working with essential oils, some of them are really strong, oregano being one of them. Oregano being proven to be able to kill some serious bacteria out there. And in doing so, it's very strong. It is concentrate. So I was so excited about this oregano. For a long time, I was so excited about oregano oil. And I remember when the beginning of me and my relationship with oregano oil was I would take my sister even told me about it, but I'm more into oils than my sister. She just knew about oregano. She goes, oh, you're not feeling good? Get some oregano oil, mix it with water, drink it. So here I am. I fill a cup with water. I take your little baby bottle, tap, tap, 2 drops of oregano oil, 3 if you made a mistake. Spin it. Oil doesn't mix with water, right? Spin it around. By the way, now the oregano oil has latched onto your spoon or fork because it doesn't mix with water, okay? Lessons learned. And drink. I was like, oh my gosh, my lip was completely burning here. Like literally I was like, oh my gosh, my lip's on fire. So grab oil. Use oil to wipe off the oregano oil. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that before. So then I started learning that. Okay, I was like, okay. Drink, like you've read it. Dr. Oz even said it at one point. Drink oregano oil, to help your immune system. Okay, so I'm drinking this oregano drink. How do you drink oregano oil? Oh my gosh, it's so gross. You're literally like the worst shot you've ever had in your life. I figured out a way to drink it, okay? Now let me just tell you, if you learn anything, oil doesn't mix with water. Anyone relating? Oh, really? Peppermint oil to brownies? Sounding delicious. Imagine being that guy that wear a blue mask for 10 days without washing it. Ew, the blue thin one, the paper one he's talking about. Oh, that is gross. So, after about 4 months of drinking this nasty, worst shot ever had, this and that, disgusting, throat burning oregano oil with water. Yes, my sister might have understood that oregano does kill a lot of germs, but she did not know and find out the tricks to drinking it without the burn of my throat or getting it all over my lips, which means I didn't drink any of it. It was on the surface of the water. And then trying a few things, I have figured out how to do it. So you take a glass bottle with a lid, like a jar that doesn't drip or lose. You know, when you reuse a jelly jar, it gets everywhere. So I have found the perfect bottle with a lid. I do cranberry juice, 3 or 4 drops of oregano, and shake it up really good, and I keep it in the fridge. And when I have to take a shot, guess what? It does not do what it used to do. It doesn't burn my lip. I shake it really, really, really good, but it doesn't burn my lip. I can taste the oregano in the cranberry juice, and it definitely helps me keep my immune system in balance. And if I'm not feeling good, I chug that whole thing through the rest of the night, and I have not been sick in years. We're going on 8 years. I think all this has played a huge role in my health. And I think it's really important that you know how to take care of you. So here's some little things that have helped me. I'm not a doctor, but I can tell you there's a reason why I have not had the flu in 8 years, which is also why I'm definitely trying to protect myself, because I haven't been sick and I don't want to get COVID-19. I probably wouldn't survive it. So just watching what I do and how I do it, which is why a face mask is important to me. And as soon as I could have gotten a face shield without interrupting the needs of the hospitals, I got us some face shields. So if you want to order a face shield, go do that. Now, Onguard's hand sanitizer. This is really important. I use these daily. Onguard roll-on, one for your foot, one for your chin. I roll this sucker on, man. Just roll it straight on. Before I travel, or if I'm gonna travel, boy, this is on my face. I'm wearing a mask. I don't know if you're gonna travel anytime soon, but if I were to have to get back on a plane, that would be it. Your tapper bottle. And by the way, you know what? They have these little things to take off the plastic lid in there. Take your mini screwdriver, put it in the hole, and pop the sucker out and refill it. That's how you do it. I need to do another video on that. That took me about 6 months to figure out too. I was like ruining those plastic tops. Your 15 milliliter of Onguard, then, dilute it down. One of my favorite bottle droppers is like this baby bottle dropper. I realized that this is a lot easier to put in your diffuser. So you do your drop. You can also have your Onguard in one of these bottles and put that straight up in your mask or in your panty liner. Now, if you don't have a panty liner, that's fine. Take your Onguard and do a drop every day before you use it and go out in the world. I feel like this will help you keep your mask clean if you're unable to really wash your mask every day. But at the end of the day, take the mask to the shower with you if you have to. Wash it and let it hang dry. Do something to keep your mask clean, because it is going to cause the acne that's building up inside your face under the mask. Why? Because the mask is dirty and maybe your face isn't clean. Are you washing your face good enough? Do you have a facial cleanser? Boy, I should have put that in the description. Wash your face well every day. If you need some help with that, let me know. I will add a link to some facial cleanser I use in the description after the video's over. But facial cleanser, wash twice a day. That's what I do anyway. And gosh, this is really becoming a facial cleansing ceremony, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Okay, so tell me, is anybody out there, while I sing real quick, is anybody else out there suffering from acne? Mask acne? Let me know right now. I'm going to read a little bit about it. And just in case I forgot everyone here, I got to sing it all for all these blues. Thank you for your donation. Thank you for your donation. Thank you for your donation. Mary H. to my favorite groomer. Woohoo! Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Make sure you donate if you're happy. If I'm teaching you anything, or if you just love hanging out, make sure you donate and let us know. Let me see if I can put this on this live right here. Let me see if this is too long. Thank you for your donation. Thank you for your donation. Thank you for your donation. Senior Fly Girl. To my favorite groomer. Woohoo! Did anybody catch that? She's Senior Fly Girl. She's so fly. Woo! Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for your donation. Thank you for your donation. Thank you for your donation. Ahia die to my favorite groomer. Woohoo! Thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Be sure to donate if you feel like you are happy we are here. There's a promo code that you can save money on the masks today. Anybody buying anything in the groomer mask area on my website, you can use that promo code. MP says, I wear mine all day at work and my face is suffering. Is it? You have Onguard, don't you? And oregano, it's a tough one. Oregano really does, to me. I mean, what else? How could oregano not kill bad germs? How strong that sucker is. But it's going to be really hard for something to rub on your face. So if I had to dilute it down, that would be the only way I would try to play with it in my mask. It has to be diluted down. Yeah, I agree too. I don't eat much meat either. I really have been moving away from meat. Especially, man, I tell you what, just between me and you, when they had to euthanize all those animals, I mean, that really bothered me. And I thought, man, this is a time for me to go vegan. I'm not 100% great at it, but like that really pissed me off. So I eat a lot of fish. And yeah, when they had to euthanize all those animals that people weren't buying them or whatever, that really pissed me off. Thanks, Maru. I appreciate that. Thanks a lot, Me and You Gaming. Definitely 20% off on those links under that. I mean, this is really important. I want people to understand, we went through where we needed our masks, 3 months ago. We needed our masks now. And I really wanted folks to maybe who could only get one at that time to be able to get more than one now. So, Terror Bear, I thought you went to sleep already. Terror Bear says, I haven't eaten meat in some time now. Man, shit. I guess I have to wear my mask all day too. Depending on how many dogs there are, right? I'm not having those problems though. So make sure you keep your face washed and don't touch your face very often. I thought a year ago you'd be having this conversation about keeping a mask clean. No, Kim, the subjects of our lives have changed. Susan says, you're so darn cute in all that you do. A+ for life and living it and doing your best. Thank you, Susan. You are so kind. I love lemongrass and eucalyptus oils. I actually grabbed the eucalyptus for a minute, but I have lavender in my hand here to show you kind of what I use it for. Don't forget your favorite spray bottle. You can put almost anything in there. I tried the dilution of Clorox bleach in my spray bottle and it's still alive and kicking. So that means it can withstand some of these, chemicals in there without breaking. That was my fear, was let me see if it will handle the Clorox bleach. It's been over 6 months. I guess it would depend on how diluted you put it as well. Carrie says, oregano oil is good for removing skin tags safely without cutting skin. I am going to have to try that because I will straight up cut a skin tag off of myself. You add the drops of peppermint to the batter when making the brownies. I have got to try this. Oh my gosh. Yeah, just like peppermint. Do you guys have a hard time wrapping your mind around things like this too? Like peppermint brownies for Christmas? I mean, come on. I'm currently looking after a foster dog who is blind and diabetic, Siberian Husky. Oh, I've groomed a blind husky. Those are really tough to groom. 4 p.m. in Hawaii and watching for a hurricane. Try not to go out so my masks are washed and ready. 4 p.m. in Hawaii. Oh, mahalo and thank you so much. And be careful. And I can't believe you're having a hurricane over there. Oh, I'm going to pull this up right now. We're going to look together, you guys. It must be hurricane season. Oh, yes. Look. Look, I'll share it with you. Oh, my goodness. Right now, look at what is going on in Hawaii. Look at this hurricane. Oh, my. God bless you. And wow, it's really about to hit. Let me see if I can get this to play. It is really circling around, isn't it? Don't you love technology? Look at this. It is right there, girl. It is right there. Oh my goodness. So we have not been able to get to Hawaii, and we're worried about things a little bit, and we're just been praying for God to kind of give us some guidance on how do we get to Hawaii, and we'll just have to see how it unravels. I'm glad I scrolled up for that one. Did you guys see that? There's so hurricane touched down yesterday, late last night, yesterday, 5 a.m., this and that, and you know, in South Padre Island, and then came through. It's kind of broken its way up through Texas now, but it probably won't hit us. We got some clouds, but that's about all we're probably going to get here in Fort Worth. But wow, this is something else. I've got to call the family. Prayers for Hawaii, prayers for down south. That radar is probably 99.9% wrong. Oh my gosh, for real. Just off the coast so far. Whew. Well, maybe, but make sure you take care of yourself. Let me see if it's going to head. It's probably going to keep going to Kapa. See where Maui's at on this. Pretty close to that Honolulu, and it's still got some serious cloud cover though. What did I become, a newscaster? It's just the weather woman. Gosh, man. If I could get these weather people to be right, a little bit more right than they are, I mean, they need help. Jen Flammer says, spray mask with rubbing alcohol every night. I eat a lot of rice with veggies, some meat, but not main attraction. I love vegetables. I can hear your boss being greedy on handing out face masks. I sat in ocean that pulls out toxins. Jenny Blue just got here. It's okay. Nice purple hearts. Papaya for liver. I guess we're getting just definitely some serious information to consider. I'll be like, okay, I need to go get some papaya now. Now, y'all, what do we got going on? How many likes do we have so far? How many likes do we have? Let's see here. Let's see what's going on. All right. Well, I think I'm going to wrap it up. What do you guys say? Watermelon sounds really delicious. And so hold on a second. Let me do this a couple more times. Now, let me just say, let's double check to see if, because I wrote Jay earlier and I said, if I could get a hold of you, I would totally call you back and do this on live stream. But I never did get a response. I gotta say, sometimes it makes me wonder if the question is serious, you know, or if it's just like a setup. Maru and Celeste, they both are like, stay on. Okay, go share the video and I'll come back right back. We'll stay on. Go share the video. Let's get up to 100 live chatters. How about that? Let me see if I can share where I can share it to. We could turn this into a whole freaking slumber party. Oh my God. I'm gonna fall asleep, man, you know? Oh my gosh, when I was a teenager in senior high, they put mayonnaise in our hair, at least mine for sure, on that graduation day. It was horrible. It wasn't my graduation day, I don't think. Let me think. I can't remember. But I did get some mayonnaise with some nasty smell in my hair. And there was about 3 of us. They got us, me and Lisa D. And I don't know what those guys were doing, but it was gross. Terry Bear, you ordered some masks? That's what I'm talking about. Woohoo! Oh yeah, you got the conservative ones? Conservative mask, accordion style. Nice. Did you leave me a note in that? Oh, she said, this is Terror Bear. You didn't even put like, okay, I guess conservative is conservative. I was going to say your favorite colors. Okay, so while we're here, I grabbed these to show you kind of what I got out there. So the listing is like, you know, we picked the color, but here's some of the designs that we still have. Let me see here, make sure I can see what I'm doing here. We got that. We have this one. Man, they're so pretty. I showed that one already. Green. Basics. Here's Hawaiian fabric. Why? We live half the year in Hawaii. Really pretty, actually. Look, you can see straight through the green screen. Look, that's so crazy. How does it do that? Anyways, that's a lot of green on that. This one's one of my favorites. Hawaiian fabric's a little bit more expensive because we have to get it in Hawaii. This is a really pretty orange. It doesn't look that way, but it's hard to capture. Hopefully the green's on this one. Oh, this is one of the prettiest ones. It's hard to see. This was another really pretty one. So the quality of the mask is beautiful. Betty, she's so amazing. We got some new stuff coming, and I don't know if you caught did they catch it already? Did you guys catch it already? Did you guys see that pink cone head that we're making? Did you see the pink cone head on the video? So those masks are on sale right now, 20%. You got the code already? 6 months from now, someone's going to say, oh, that code's not working. Don't forget, get your Onguard supplies. Drop those in your mask. Tap, tap with the bottle. You can get your hand sanitizer and your Onguard cleaner concentrate. This stuff is freaking, it'll last for, you can use this in your mop bucket. You can use it as your spray cleaner. I use it when I walk into the house. I grab my spray bottle, spray a paper towel, lay my phone on it, spray the front of my screen, walk away, wash my hands, come back over, wipe my phone all the way down with this stuff. Every time I leave the house. Which is funny because I was cleaning my cell phone often with this, just not daily. But now it's daily. If you leave, well, I don't leave the house daily, but daily if I leave the house daily. Thanks so much. You guys placed an order. Let's see what she got. I do have some of these pulled up to read. David sent me a link. I think he wants me to read it. Oh, wait. Whoop. Oh, no. What is that? I don't know. Did you send me the video link? You're weirdo. All right. Looks like here we've got, let's see if her name, someone just said they ordered. Let me make sure her name, what's her name? Oh yeah, Amy. Okay. So Amy ordered some face masks. Empty roller bottle. Cool. doTERRA oils. Yeah, baby. Oh, Serenity. Are you into these oils? Have you done Serenity before? Oh my gosh, Serenity is freaking awesome. It smells delicious. And you got Balance. Okay, Balance. Do you know what these are? Okay, wait, hold on here. Oh my gosh. The one you need to go get. Let me see if I even have any. It's gosh, what is it called? It's called anyways, don't go get it. I mean, that's not what I mean. It's oh god. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. It is not liquid Xanax, but or something like that. It helps with anxieties, but that's what they sell it like. That's what they say, I should say. And it is, let me go. I'm at myfavoritegroomer.com. I went down to more. It's called Adaptive. And I have Adaptive, and I use the Adaptive in a roller bottle when you had just really stressed out. You just roll it on the back of your neck. It's great. Adaptive. And then since you got that one and we're talking about it, so Serenity, oh my gosh, it smells gorgeous. And do you have a diffuser already, Amy? If you don't have a diffuser, don't worry, but you'll want to get a diffuser to diffuse that. It smells delicious. Now, Balance. Balance was taught to me in a way to use it when my body doesn't feel balanced. And I was told to use it best late at night or early in the morning to balance my body out and to apply it to the bottoms of my feet, put my socks on. And the way that I would use Balance is just like that. So the example that was used to me when we were talking about balance was this. You might understand it if I just say it. So, you take a shower. We have all these different chemicals that we use, right? Shampoos, conditioners, whatever else you might be using, bar soap, all these things. Well, scientists put these things together for us to put on our bodies and wash and smell delightful and smell delicious. But all of it isn't probably great for us. So have you ever taken a shower and you feel like you should be rejuvenated, but when you get out, you feel tired and overwhelmed, drained? Maybe that's not because of the shower you took, but the chemicals in your shower. And as you're taking a shower, everything goes down and you're standing in it. So then your feet are, the soles of your feet are absorbing all these chemicals, right? Then you're really wore out and you're ready for bed, or you're tired, you're drained. So Balance after a shower can help too. Bring that back, bring your body, bring your levels more balanced. So try to use it during those moments after a shower, in the morning, before you set your day, at night going to sleep. Rub it on the bottom of your feet. Try that and see if you feel like this is doing anything for me. That's the best place to use Balance. Now, that's awesome. Thanks for your orders. I appreciate it. Yeah, baby. It took me a little while. I became a doTERRA distributor, and then not because I wanted to, but because I wanted to bring it into my salon, as Onguard has a huge effect on things like parvo. And I would diffuse it. And then I would have all these oils that I didn't realize how to use them for 6 months or more. Then finally I was like, I need to be using these. So then research, studying, sitting down, understanding how to use the product, implementing them, meaning forcing myself to use them. Kind of like somebody who buys a dog upstand and expects it to work just in the first 5 minutes. It doesn't work like that. I've had this Onguard, or this oils for, not Onguard, I was using that first for everything. Oregano oil. I was like, I know that could help me. I just don't know how to use it. You pop it on your skin, you're going to realize that's not where I need to put that oregano oil without a diluter, which is oil, right? Without diluting it like a lotion and rubbing it around my body. Then I'm wondering, why am I not using these oils? So really sitting down and researching it and putting it into your face so that you can understand. If I just put it in a drawer and I never use it, it doesn't get used, and I'm not using it. And I spend a lot of money on this. So now I have it, I put it out, it's kept in front of me, and I use it. If I need to use it, I know where it's at. It's right there. I know why to use it and how to use it. So I hope I remember to put a card in there, a help card in there for you. Like Mary taking a warm bath. She can do a couple drops of lavender in that bath, and it'll be warm. It'll smell like lavender, and it should be absorbing that inner body. It unironically has nothing to do with chemicals in your shower at all. I literally do biology at university. It's not opinion, it's science. I'm not sure. I would have to walk your shoes. For me, I definitely know when my body's really drained. And now I wonder, like, maybe it was all those types of chemicals that we take in this shower with us. Makes sense. Really? Anyways, it may not work for everybody. I remember when I tried to introduce doTERRA oils to my mom, she looked at me and was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Like, any kind of strong smells for her really bother her. So for her, she doesn't even want to try it. Does that make sense? She won't even like try it. One day I'm going to have to use essential oils on her, and she's going to have to accept it because she's going to need it. But until that day, she does have a choice. Interesting thoughts, Tio. Unless you are all ill and have depression, then yeah, that's your issue. That is unscientific. Eucalyptus is good to reduce snoring when diffusing. It has kept me from moving my hubby to the living room. Has it really? Carrie, seriously now. Where do you, like, is that, you have the eucalyptus running in your diffuser? Okay. Since y'all wanted to still hang out, those of you guys who are watching the live feed and just watching me chit chat with this live feed, I'm sorry that you're having to hang out if this is not what you wanted to listen to, but we're just hanging out for company at this point. While we're hanging out, yes, Terror Bear, she is just getting her way. And you're right. And guess what? It is up to her. It is up to her. It's her life. So I'm not going to push essential oils on her, but every now and then I'm like, man, if she'll only try it. Okay, so I'm reading an article right now, which I could show you here. Let's read. I'm going to read a couple articles so you understand how important it has been or will be or was or gonna be or is to clean your mask. Nation World, and this is found at ktla.com. Hello, what floods? Wheat fields. God. Did I say what floods? What's up, what floods? Okay, hopefully you got a laugh out of that. In the article, experts warn of mask acne, which I'm calling MACNE, flares caused by dirty face coverings. If you're serious about protecting yourself and others from the very real dangers of COVID-19, you're wearing a mask when you go out around others. For many people, that is leading to an embarrassing and unpleasant side effects, blemishes, pimples, zits, or what dermatologists are calling acne. I have patients calling in despair saying, what is going on? I've never had a breakout before, and now my face looks like a teenager's. Okay, let me back up right there. Do you know sometimes the type of quality of the fabric or where that fabric was made or put together or dyed, and maybe the dye itself, all of those could have a negative reaction with your skin type. And it might not have anything to do with how dirty the mask is in general. Or say, if you are wearing a mask that you never washed, maybe you should now go wash it, and it might be okay after that. But definitely cleaning your face is still key. If you're having to work a 12-hour shift, maybe carrying the facial cleanser with you so you can wash your face on your potty break as well. Keep your face clean. You might be sweating in the job that you're doing, like I am when I'm grooming sometimes. It's really hot. If I have to wear my face shield all day, I probably would have a sweat line here, and that moving around face shield would probably cause me a lot of acne, which would mean I should probably wash my face more often if I have to keep a face mask on for 8, 10, 12 hours. Yeah, me and you gaming is exactly right about that. We were using essential oils to cure things before we even found all this medicine. So I'm really happy that I am right now hardly on any medicine, and that essential oils have truly taken a front seat in the way I care about myself. And when I can read an essential oil bottle and literally tell you it's like everything from the earth, I am so happy that I can respond to something that's from the earth. Now, Jennifer T said your body can't handle, say, eucalyptus, or that you're allergic to it. If you're only sure about that, like 100%, make sure you're sure about that. Sometimes we think it's one thing and it's actually not. Then I wouldn't say you should use essential oil that you know you're allergic to. However, if you're not sure, sometimes I've seen where some people are like, I'm really, you ever buy, what is it called? Like my teacher used to wear this perfume and it was really strong in grade school. And it's really well known. I'm trying to think. I have Chanel in my head, but it wasn't Chanel. It was a little small bottle and it was the color of whiskey and it was so strong it would give me a headache. Now this essential oil is not that perfume. So this is strong in its own way, but it's not that derivative. It's not the same chemical. It's different. So this is of the earth and that perfume was not. And so what am I doing with this? So be careful, like trying to compare it to what like my mom would say, which is, oh, I can't stand strong smell. Well, that strong smell is not a perfume. We're now talking about something that directly comes from the earth. And for my body, something really strong will give me a headache. But when it comes to these oils, it's just it's not a chemical. It is actually from the earth. So there's a little different. It's really, was it white diamonds? No, I feel like it started with a C. Gosh, it's such an old, back in the old school. It was started with a C. It was like, so the teacher, I was a little girl. So I was like 6, 7, 8 years old, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. Gosh, it's like on the tip of my tongue. We're going to try to figure this out. It looks like whiskey, small. I feel like I have some in the bathroom, but no. And she was in her 50s. So this is old school, like old school. She's old school. Is it Chanel? Gosh, I'm gonna have to go look in the bathroom and see. I feel like someone had given it to me. Yeah, Charlie what? Is it 2 words? Charlie something? I'm gonna have to go look right now. I'm gonna have to go look. Y'all are so hilarious. Got me over here looking for some perfume. Seriously, we should do a Google search on this. Chanel, what is it called? Let me finish reading this. Okay, I have patients calling in despair. What is going on? I've never had a breakout before, and now my face looks like a teenager's. So board-certified dermatologist Dr. Whitney Bowe, clinical assistant professor of dermatology at the Icahn School of Medicine at Mount Sinai Medical Center. We're seeing lots of flares of acne, especially a type called perioral dermatitis, which tends to happen typically around the mouth and in the areas around the nose. Breakouts that occur after wearing a mask have become so common that mask acne's been dubbed maskne. They are calling it maskne. Right? We think that wearing these masks combined with the stress from the pandemic is causing stress from the pandemic. Don't forget, we got stress in the house. We think that wearing these masks combined with the stress from the pandemic is causing an increased moisture-rich environment for bacteria and organisms to proliferate, causing a breakdown of the skin and flaring of some of these conditions. She says, that is me. Nurses and other healthcare professionals on the front line of the battle against COVID-19 are hardest hit. So I'm seeing lots more skin disease on healthcare workers because they're wearing PPE and N95 respirator masks that are causing ulcers, breakdown, and bleeding of the skin. Wow. Compared to the bruised and bleeding faces of doctors and nurses, a few pimples may seem inconsequential, but it's an important issue that shouldn't be trivialized, said Bo. The technical term for maskne is acne mechanica and is the result of the mechanical friction of a fabric against the skin. It's not new. Sports figures who wear helmets and chin guards are quite familiar with such breakouts. We all have these tiny little hair follicles on our face, chest, and back, and wearing any kind of mask or protective equipment that's creating friction and pressure can irritate the hair follicles and result in an acne flare. That is compounded by moisture trapped underneath the fabric, which gets worse with humidity, with heat, and with exercise. So again, I think the panty liner really helped the situation, but it still doesn't stop what's going on around the mask on the verge. None of those sound like the right perfume. I think it starts with a C. It's 2 words, and it was like really popular and still popular, but it's really popular in the 80s. Wash that mask, they say. Charlie Gold. No, but Charlie sounds like... Do you wear your mask about, then pull it off and toss it in a sunny spot in your car to kill the microbes? That might help to kill the virus, but it breeds maskne. If you just lay it on your couch or put it in your closet and then put it on again in a couple days, just think about all the microbes that have been growing in the weave of the fabric. It's dirty. If you've been wearing a little makeup, moisturizer, or sunscreen, it gets contaminated pretty quickly. Is it Chanel number 5? I'm serious. Coco Chanel? Gosh. I'm starting to think it's Coco Chanel. I'm like, can you let me smell it? Okay, wash your mask. See, they just explained it right there. Microbes that have been growing in the weave of the fabric. That's not dying out in your sunlight on top of your dash. So let me tell you, I don't actually wash my mask every day, but if you can't understand how else to clean it with like these, if you don't have all this Onguard, the panty liner, all this stuff, you can see I actually do not have any acne on my face, and I don't do a few things. I don't put sunscreen on, like sunscreen. I don't use foundation. I don't put any blush. I'm not doing any of that. If you're going to go out and wear a face mask, just drop all that to the side for now. Keep your face as clean as possible, not adding anything that's going to help abrase it or add friction to your face. Crystal Chanel. Man, that's starting to sound familiar. I'm literally Googling popular perfume in the 80s. Maybe I should go 70s? And let me go starts with a C. Oh my gosh, is this really what we're doing tonight? 1980s vintage Fragrantica. And now I bet everything I search is going to have a bunch of perfume on it. Estes Lauder. Oh, Obsession. Anybody ever wear Poison? Giorgio. Jazz. This is hilarious. How do I even know what the bottle looks like, you guys? She was my teacher. I don't even think I know what the bottle looks like. It's a figment of my imagination. No, that didn't give me any results. Oh gosh, this is going to be funny. Oh, Christine might be able to catch it. Dolce Gabbana. No, I swear it started with a C. So my teacher, when I was about 3, 4, or 5 years old, my teacher wore this really strong perfume. And we were talking about essential oils and the difference in essential oils versus, like, say, a perfume that's really strong. Nope. And it has a whiskey color. That brown, dark whiskey color is the color of this perfume. No, I never said I didn't like it, but it would give me a headache. And it didn't give me a headache when I was a young kid. When I met other people in my life that wore it and I was around them, I would get a headache. And then because I would smell it and be like, that's what my teacher would wear. And so I would put that together. And in my late 20s is when I realized, wow, that perfume gives me a headache. It's funny. Okay, so we're reading this. We already read this one. I'm going to close it out. I'm going to read another article here. How many face masks do I need? It's a good idea to have at least 2. This way you will have a fresh mask if one is in the wash. Isn't that what I just said? Oh my gosh. Consider your schedule and your lifestyle. Ideally, you're staying at home most of the time, but you will want a clean mask whenever you go someplace where maintaining consistent physical distancing might be a challenge. So you would wear it to a trip to the grocery store, public transportation, visit to your doctor, close interactions with others while you're on the job. And some folks like MP is the only one so far that's really said in our group here that she's wearing it all day at her work. Keep your mask on until you have finished your trip, errand, on or work shift. You can remove it outside once you are. That's not what any of us is doing, is it? I literally get in my car and I don't take it off at the front, but I do take it off here and I put it on my dash. I do not wear that sucker 100%. I used to, but here in Texas, it's really hot. So you want to take it off and start to breathe, or tuck it under your chin. I don't think everyone is actually waiting from the moment they leave their house to take off and when they get home. If you wait to take your mask off until you have returned home, it may be easier to put it directly into the laundry. That's very true. And you mentally have to come inside, take it off, throw it in the laundry, and get ready to use your new one, right? But I feel like the perfume was called 2 words, like 2 words. Wash your hands or use alcohol-based hand sanitizer containing at least 60% alcohol. Don't touch the front of the mask or your face, which is what I'm itching my face through my mask, so you have to touch your mask. Carefully remove your mask by grasping the ear loops or untying the ties. For masks with a pair of ties, unfasten the bottom ones first, then the top ones. If your mask has filters, remove them and throw them away. Fold the mask and put it directly into the laundry. Why do we have to fold the mask to put it in the laundry? Whatever. Isn't going to just open anyway. Anyway. How often should I clean my face mask or covering? You should clean your mask after every wearing. This reduces the risk of spreading the coronavirus or other germs. How do I clean my face mask? Bandanas, face scarves, and masks made of fabric such as cotton can be washed in your regular laundry using hot water. Disposable blue surgical masks cannot be laundered or cleaned and should be thrown away when it is visibly soiled or damaged. So in some cases, you might be working for a situation where you have to throw it away every 4 hours, like earlier. After laundering your fabric masks, tumble dry them in the dry on high setting. I will not tumble dry my mask, and I haven't for over 3 months at least in this situation, but I've been wearing a mask for many, many years, and I've never, unless on accident someone else might do it, I would never tumble dry my mask. So you hang dry your mask and you spray that sucker with Onguard. If I fold my clothes before putting in laundry, does it come out folded? No. You can also hand wash your mask using, okay, if you can hand wash your mask and hang dry it, then okay, let's just go back to this. Let's just respectfully finish reading the article. You can also hand wash your mask using hot soapy water, scrub the mask for at least 20 seconds and dry them on high heat in the dryer. Again, I am not drying mine. My masks are going to last my lifetime. Store clean masks in a clean place when you are not using them. Where else would you be storing them? In the dirty place? Okay, we're done with that article. Now, there's a couple more things I want to read. One of the things that got me really interested in Onguard was hearing someone say that Onguard actually had a wonderful and killing effect to parvo. And so in doing this, I'm reading an article here, just kind of small, right? I should open it here too then. I'm reading an article here. Liz Claiborne. Sounds familiar. Yeah, I hang dry my masks too. I know all y'all do not want to hang out and talk to me, so if you don't want to hang out, it's okay. You don't have to hang out and listen to us chit-chat about masks. I mean, we must really need each other at this point, don't you think? But there are 44 of you all out there, so thanks a lot for hanging out. Me and You Gaming says, laugh out loud. It's exactly like going to a store and they have a sign that saying clean carts. So were they not clean before COVID? No, they weren't. Good night, Pookie. Thanks for hanging out. Be safe out there in Hawaii. I'll be praying for y'all. And keep in touch, Pookie. When we come back to Hawaii, hopefully we can meet. Good night. Okay, reading about this, saving my fur baby boxer puppies from parvo. Do you not know that they use some things like Onguard? It's amazing to me. I knew from experience how to check for dehydration and shock in puppies. I checked him for both, and so far so good. So I decided to go grab the sample bottle of Digest-Zen that my boss had given me the week previous and give it a shot on my poor little fur baby. I dropped about 6 to 7 drops of carrier oil, which is what? Oil doesn't mix with water. So she used, to rub it around, she used a carrier oil, which means that that oil is going to carry your essential oil around whatever, body parts, whatever. So you use coconut oil as your carrier oil. You can use, your cooking oil, as long as it isn't like, say, garlic cooking oil. Olive oil. She used a carrier oil and dropped drops in the oil to make it a moisturizer now, right? And oiled it, move it around. Carrier oil is any kind of oil you're going to use to carry the essential oil. I dropped about 6 to 7 drops of carrier oil in my hand, about 2 to 3 of the Digest-Zen, and rubbed it on his little belly. It seemed to help the vomiting stop for a few hours. He was still very inactive and obviously not feeling well, but he wasn't throwing up anymore. I continued to apply the diluted Digest-Zen on his belly every few hours throughout Saturday, learning how long it was lasting by when he would throw up again and adjusting my application times to every 2 to 3 hours. I continued to check his hydration and color multiple times throughout the day, and he looked great until late that night. I had tickets to play. My friend and her kids were in, so I was gone for a few hours. After returning home, my little Buddha wasn't looking great at all. He still was not showing signs of shock, but he was showing the starting signs of dehydration. So I ran to the store and bought some Pedialyte. I came home, put a little in a bowl, but he would not drink it. So I decided to syringe it into his mouth. I put some of the diluted Digest-Zen on his belly and then slowly gave him about 5 milliliters of Pedialyte through the syringe in his mouth. It is important to note I did not force it down his throat. Puppies can very easily take fluid into their lungs if they don't swallow it correctly. So I just would squirt a little in the side of his mouth, triggering him to start lapping it up in his mouth with his tongue. I continued through the night with the Digest-Zen and small amounts of Pedialyte every few hours till morning. I was terrified. I didn't sleep. I spent hours on my phone Googling what could be wrong with him. Parvo did not seem like an option to me due to the fact that he received his first round of shots in December on the 19th. with all his brothers and sisters. And I was always told once they got that first parvo vaccine, they were in the clear. Sunday morning, out from under my bed where he was hiding, emerged as a much happier, energetic, and pinker little nose Buddha. Now, can you see here his rib cage? He was really, really suffering, but did take about 4 small bites out of his mom's bowl of dry food. It was an improvement and a relief. He was even playing with his brother off and on. I continued with the Digestin and Pedialyte through Sunday, and I noticed Sunday night he was looking very skinny, like drastically skinny. So I decided to try some plain white rice. Kim, it's okay what you're saying. I don't know why it's rejecting. You can try different words. At first, he didn't seem interested, but as long as I took a pinch at a time and held it in my palm for him, he would eat it. He eat maybe a small handful. No, that taboo doesn't sound right. I'll figure it out and I'll let you guys know. Monday morning, Buddha was not looking too great again. He looked pale and weak, so I decided it was time to go to the vet. I made an appointment for after I got off work. When I got to work that morning, I was telling my boss about our long weekend, and she told me to call my kids and have them start rubbing a blend of the Onguard and oregano samples she had given me mixed with the carrier oil on the bottoms of the puppy's paws. I instructed the kids on how to do it, had them continue the Digestin rub on his belly along with the Pedialyte doses, and had them rub olive oil on his ears and belly to help with nutrition. While the vet was examining Buddha, they proceeded to tell me about how puppies with parvo, they recommend hospitalization for intravenous fluids. I did not have the money for hospitalization. I barely had the money for the visit, but I was going to do whatever I had to save my fur baby. Halfway through the exam, the vet tells me the Buddha's intestines feel fine, no knots or flips. He is very well hydrated and more alert and active than she would have expected. The vet told me she would not recommend hospitalization due to the fact that I had managed to do everything for him they would do on my own. Sigh of relief. She gave me an anti-nausea shot to take home if he needed it, and told me to try scrambled eggs in small doses instead of rice, and to just keep him hydrated like I had. Parvo kills most dogs in 48 to 72 hours from dehydration. We were at the 60-hour mark. We went home, ate a little scrambled egg, and continued with the oil blend on the paws, which was Onguard and oregano, and the Digestin on the belly, along with the Pedialyte. I began putting the oil blend on Buddha's brother Sliff's paws as well, due to the fact that he had been exposed to parvo as well. So he was positive with parvo. Good night, y'all. And we will close after this as well. He was positive with parvo. And after the Onguard applications, which she learned from her boss, Onguard and oregano with the dilution oil on the paws. She was doing this at least daily or more than once a day. And then she was doing the Digestin with the Terra on the tummy with the oil as well, the carrier oil. So it's, to me, in my opinion, in seeing how the amazing oils work and what it's done for me in my life, I just have to say, you have to go watch videos. How often in the many videos that I have uploaded and done live feeds with you, grooming for days and days and years, how often can you actually say and recall how often I have had a cold or been sick? I honestly cannot even think of one time. I cannot think of one time, which is amazing. Sometimes home remedies really work. I believe in using some home remedies when it comes to essential oils. There are some times where I feel like, why are you doing that? I had some people tell me they had put like olive oil inside the dog's ear to kick the ear infection mixed with something. They just kind of Googled it. I don't know where I wouldn't put olive oil in my own ear let alone in my dog's ear. So I don't know where they got that. In this, it would sound like for the ear flap to absorb nutrients, excuse me. I feel like this lady that I'm reading this article put that maybe on the flap to help the dog's body absorb nutrients, but they didn't pour the olive oil in the ear. So you really have to think about the consequences of something that you might do on a home remedy. So if I feel like I have a headache and I put some peppermint here, 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 and here, that's different than actually like, well, am I supposed to drink this peppermint? Maybe you can, maybe you can't, but definitely don't just do any home remedy. I personally have been doing some of these things, and each oil has its impact on your life as it does on mine, on your body as it does on mine. There may be something your body doesn't like. So you always want to test it test it first. So be careful in that, okay? So last thing I want to read before we close out. Me and Eugami is joking, okay? He's always going to have this joke because I know how to fix an ear infection, but it didn't work for him. He'll never listen to me again, but it works because I know my own body. I know how to fix it because I've swam and dived. I know how to get water when it's lodged like in between your ear, inside your ear. It's like making that noise. I know how to get it out of my own body, but it did not work for him. And I will never, ever try to help someone else get water out of their ear, ever. When it comes to Onguard, here's what it says. Primary benefits: kills 99.9% of germs and bacteria. doTERRA Onguard Protective Blend provides an invigorating citrus spice aroma. Infused with moisturizing apple extract. Cleanses hands when... Okay, so this is a cleanser. This is a little different. But it has this 99.9% kills germs. A lot of things do, right? Including that Lysol, 99.9%. So I think that things like that are really great, especially when it's from the earth. You can't go wrong, in my opinion. But we don't have... I'm not telling you it's going to do this, it's going to do that for you. I'm telling you what it has done for me, and maybe it can do that for you. Now, as we close out and we try to wonder what that cologne was, that perfume that we're trying to figure out. Oh my goodness, I can't believe we can't figure this out, man. Let me read something here. I'm going to search brown colored perfume. I'm getting all kinds of stuff for that search. I'm going to do 1970. I mean, how far back do I need to go? And then, you know, that moment where you realize, oh, my memory is really, really way off. Oh, is it Estee Lauder? That doesn't start with a C at all. Estee Lauder. Maybe that's what it is. Estee Lauder sounds like it, man. I know it had parfum in the bottle. Oh gosh, man. Isn't this hilarious though? Toilet spray. Like this. 1970 brown colored perfume. Estee Lauder sounds like it, man. Youth do eau de parfum spray. Our memories all suck. That's why they have to have a jury of how many people? Is it Estee Lauder? Okay, I know you guys probably want to just look at me while reading this. I might as well read it out loud. This is what comes... Let me see here. I know. If they spritzed me at the mall, oh, it would last all day, wouldn't it? Till you got a shower. Kind of like anal glands. Gucci pour homme. Homme. Preferred fragrance extracted brown eau de cologne. Ralph Lauren. Oh my gosh, I could have fun with this all day. Lancome Tresor. Kenneth Cole, that was not in the 70s. I don't think so. And I'm all wrong. Kenneth Cole. Preferred fragrance extracted women's collection of Four Eau de Parfum. I hated that. Yuck. Women's authentic Rockin' Rodeo Western perfume. Manly cologne, linen spray, and cologne or a roll-on. Pick your scent. Highly scented, strong fragrance bay rum. God, what kind of listing is that? LC's brown eau de parfum spray for men. I'm thinking it's Estee Lauder. It just feels like that's what it's supposed to be. Vintage Tommy Bahama. Tommy Bahama original men's cologne. Oh, goodness. Are all these brown cologne? Seriously. 1970s perfume on eBay. Let's click on that one. Chanel, number 5. Who said that? Was that Mary that said that earlier? Chanel. You guys, a bunch of you said that, right? Evening in Paris. Here's one that seems familiar. 1970 Christian Dior Diorissimo perfume. Chandaroms. Gillen. I quit. Cool Waters. That was a good one. Ooh, the bottle of this one. Have you guys seen Halston fragrance? It's got this cream top with the button looking. Should I bring it over so you can see it? Vintage Ralph Lauren perfume from the 1970s. I mean, do they still have this unopened? Is that what it is? Estee Lauder. I'm thinking it's Estee Lauder. It's starting to look that way. Vintage 1970 Estee Lauder private collection. Starts with a C. 1970 Chanel. I'm thinking it's Estee Lauder. How do I figure this out? I gotta figure it out. I'll let you know. Yeah, there's not a lot of these bottles look familiar. Chanel is really on there, isn't it? Estee Lauder's looking vintage, man. Oh my goodness, we're having way too much fun here. Givenchy? I can't even pronounce that one. I don't even want to try. Tatiana, Shamad, vintage Price. Gosh, look at all this vintage cologne and perfume. This is serious stuff. Please do what, Terror Bear? So many. Should we go look at other vintage stuff? Oh gosh, you're silly. Okay, you guys, we're gonna close out for the night. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate you. I hope you had fun. There's 53 of you guys. How many likes do we have on the video? That's what I'm talking about. Let's do this. Have you seen the new Old Spice video? The new Old Spice commercials? Man, they're good. They're hilarious, actually. I will tell you if I remember. I'm thinking Estee Lauder. I really feel like that is the name, Estee Lauder. I'm really feeling. Let's do this. Maybe if I look up at Estee Lauder, the bottle. I feel like I just remember the bottle, what it looks like. So should I look up 1970 Estee Lauder bottle? Thank you, Walter. That's looking right. I'm telling you, this is looking right here. Let's get this over here on the screen for you guys. Let's get this off the screen. Here we go. Now we've got these Estee Lauder bottles here. We're just hanging out, you guys, okay? If you don't have to watch. This is after party. Images. Estee Lauder 1970s bottle. This is looking it right here. This brown, this square looking stuff, something like this. Yeah, this looks like it. This one especially. This one, you remember this? Did your teacher not wear this as well? Dracar. Ooh. Isn't Dracar, for me, Dracar is like... Oh my gosh. Dracar seems 1990s. This. Doesn't this look like... Look at this. $289.99? 2 ounces? What was that stuff men slapped on? I'm thinking Old Spice. Like Old Spice, or... Don't get me started with that. 2 fluid ounces for $289.99. Are you familiar with how much 1 ounce is? Isn't it like our Quick Stop comes in less than an ounce? I mean, Quick Stop is pretty expensive. It was like an Oriental name. Jaguar? Jaguar? Oh my gosh, we turned this into something else. Walter Job Jr., Old Spice, or Bay Rum? Gosh, man. This is fun. This is too fun. Hey, if you guys wanted me to stay on to hang out with you, I know some of y'all went to sleep already. Some of y'all that asked me to stay on here and talk. Are you setting me up? Old Spice, Aqua Velva, men's cologne, sweaty Chicago nightclubs. I'm sorry, that's a good one. You know, I personally love men's cologne, and I actually worked at Walmart for a while when I was growing up. And I got it. David didn't believe me. He's like, this is not your cologne. I'm like, yes, it is. That's why I can relate to that Old Spice commercial right now, where she's like taking her husband's Old Spice, like, this is for me. And the husband's like, no, it's not. It's for real. I would be like, I have Bravura, JS, I think it's JS. It's so sweet. It's men's cologne. And Obsession, loved that. Calvin Klein, all of Calvin Klein. And I still have Perry Ellis. What's another? Blue. It's one of my most favorite ones now. They're all mostly full, but I would still wear them. Dave would be like, that's your ex. That's your ex. No, I actually worked at Walmart for a long time, and I learned like stocking stuff. You smell it. Bravura was my favorite in high school. Bravura men's cologne. Yeah, sorry, but I know you don't want to believe me. Sleep is overrated. Maru says, I'm still here. Celeste was like, good night. Jovan White, that's another good one. Calvin Klein makes the best clothes in general. I love Calvin Klein clothing. You have enough to last. I know. I have enough men's cologne to last my life. What is another? Oh, this one looks familiar. What's this? I'm starting to wonder if it is Chanel. Chanel's too much for me, I think. I want to say, just looking at that bottle makes me dreary. It's like too much. This is too rich. Like, this makes you think of whiskey, doesn't it? Well, if you never had whiskey, you don't know what I'm talking about. I am pretty sure it's Estee Lauder. Like, my gut is telling me it's totally Estee Lauder. Polo? Polo was good. I got you all mesmerizing now, right? Chewbacca says, don't remember name, but was horribly strong, scary smell, gave me nightmares. That's crazy right there. Oh, I had Aspen. My favorite old perfume as a teenager was Aspen. I'm going shopping now. Oh, let me give you a referral link. Go click on my referral links first in the description. Before you go shopping, go click on that. Shout out from the Cheat Town. I love your show. Thank you, Sarah. I know. Did you ever see, like, no one ever teach you how to spray on cologne? So you spray it and then walk through it. That was on a show. I remember that. Oh, Pookie came back? What are you doing? She says, we are, oh gosh, it's hard to read. We are in the clear of a direct hit, so I'm back. Oh, yes. Woo! Hurricane just passing her by right now. Chi-Town. Am I saying that right? AKA Chicago. Thank you so much, Sarah. Chi-Town, like Chi to Chi-Town? Chi-Town. Chi-Town? Chi? And I'm thinking Chinatown the whole time, right? Chi-Town. Or is it Chi-Town? Cheech and Chai. That's how they probably got Cheech and Chong, is like they couldn't figure it out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Chi-Town. Oh my gosh. This is just as funny as reading June the Groomer's book and then at the end realizing, was that the June the Groomer? Was that June the Groomer? Was that June the Groomer's book? Did I just read June the Groomer's book? Chi-Town. Now, I'm not joking. Don't forget, get your Onguard and your spray bottle. So all these years, okay, for real, on the real talk, on the gangster level talk, all these years I've been saying Chi-Town, y'all have never corrected me, and I gotta have me and you gaming over here going Chi equals SHI. I mean, why? Oh my, do I still have his book laying over here? I'm about to talk about that sucker, man. Because I was reading this book, you know, and June the Groomer has really came to my protection over people that are hating and being mean and threatening my life. He's come over with some protection on his channel. And I just so happened to get this book from Christine, who gifted it to me, and I start reading it. The Yin and Yang of Grooming, I think, something like that. And we read it on my channel. And as I'm reading it and as I'm getting done, I'm like repeating the name over, or like, is this June the Groomer's book? You know, his name, because I don't know like his full name. And I was like, so like, what? And at the very end of reading the book out loud to you guys in one reading session, I'm sitting there doubting and like thinking in my head, like, what the heck? So as I sit here and say Chi-Town, I mean, literally, you guys are like now telling me it's Chi-Town. No wonder it was always Chi-Town in all those rap videos. So Christine was like, Christine says, I was like, seriously, Dee Dee? Oh my gosh, when you said that about his book, I was sitting there going like, at the beginning, I read every page, right? I read the beginning, I read the guy's name, I read all this stuff, I'm reading and I was like, June, it said June somewhere in there. And I was like, oh, okay, it's very familiar, very interesting, yeah. So we read the whole book. At the very end, I'm repeating of who wrote it, and I'm seeing this picture that looks like June the Groomer, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Maru says, like, we going from being groomers to gangsters. Where's my black leather jacket? Christine, I don't remember you telling me that he wrote it when you sent it to me. Time passed and 60,000 emails already came through. Oh my gosh, they would laugh at you. I know. I'd be like, yo, I'm on Chi-Town right here. I'd be in Chicago going, Chi-Town. Yeah, Chi-Town. Yeah, we're in Chi-Town, baby. They'd be like, what the heck? Well, you know, I'm Asian. So that Chi, that's not shy. It's Chi. Chi. Ni Chi Sui. Let me tell you, I had a leather jacket and I literally got rid of everything a few months ago. I literally felt like I got rid of everything. So no leather jacket here. I'll have to replace any leather that I used to have. My hometown's Chicago. Seriously, I'm over here saying Chi-Town. Woo! Chi-Town in the house. Yes, let's do this. All right, now that I'm ready to go to sleep, I hope that I have caused you some laughter, some fun, some less loneliness if you're going through any of that right now. I sometimes get to a point where we forget what's really going on around us on the outside when we're safe on the inside. So each and every one of you, I pray for you and thank you for sharing my world with me. Those of you all who donated, being members, contributing, sharing, and placing orders for that matter, supporting me and my business in any way, shape, or form, I appreciate you. I'm here for you. So thank you for that. Please be sure to be safe out there as weather hits us across the world and as COVID-19 still rumbles very close to home. Thank you for being here. And you just getting back now, crabby long legs? We've been here for like an hour. You missed a lot because we're on our way out. But thank you so much for being here, and I appreciate you all. Have a great night. Good night, you guys. Have a great night. Sleep tight. Thank you for spending your time with me. I appreciate you. We'll see you on the next live. Have a good night. Be safe out there. Bye.